Hey, Aries. Okay, we've done a message from your soul to yourself. We've done a message from your spirit guides. This time around, we are going to do a message from the entity. So whatever you call that, it could be God, it could be the divine, it could be spirit, you might call it the universe, whatever name you attach to your spiritual power. This is a message from them. So in this book, it just generalizes it as the entity. So a message from the entity for Aries that they need to hear. Number 12, education. So number 12, if that number is of significance, on page 41. All right, from the entity to you, Aries. I was conditioned by my education in my past life. I thought this was normal, and I reproduced that same education myself. I thought rules set down since forever ago were the best. I thought being a good person meant copying what had always been without trying to define new rules. Rules, norms, and frameworks were so important to me. Now, I realized that this closed my eyes to important things and prevented me from questioning. I didn't even question myself. I have detached myself from these things now, and I invite you to do the same. Create your own frame of reference. In the next few days, I will manifest myself through music you will be listening to. You'll realize it's me because the words will make you smile, and you'll understand the message I'm trying to send you. Create your own freedom. I am working so you may do so. Now, it is very important. Okay, what a wonderful message. And you know, we all have all the signs somewhere in our charts. I think everyone across the zodiac can relate to this. The way we're brought up, and that being happy is when you follow a set of rules. And as you get older and you start having the vulnerability to question those norms, things start to change. And at first it gets really scary because you're going against the grain and you're going against people who may not like that you're questioning. But ultimately what you find, the more you do this, the more comfortable you get with it, and the more open-minded you are, the more you learn about yourself and how you fit into the world. So Aries, for you right now, this is a very prominent energy in your field. And it's a matter of, it's a period of learning, it's a period of growth. And as you get through it, there are going to be people who will grow with you as you go through this transformation, and there are going to be people who don't. But now that you're understanding that the rules and regulations and directions of society don't really matter, you'll be okay with who you keep and who you release. And not in a bitter way. Your whole new understanding of yourself and how you see the world will leave you with a empathy and respect for those left behind. That they just aren't where you are yet, and that's okay. Wish them well and move on. So let's get a little more specific about this, Aries. I remember, I'll share a personal story because this very much relates to me as well. When I was younger, I was going through confirmation. I grew up Catholic and very strict Catholic. Very, if you don't follow the rules, you're a sinner. If you even think about not following the rules, you're a sinner, right? So I remember I was taking Catholicism classes, and I think it was 7th grade, the year we were supposed to be confirmed as an adult member into the church. And our teacher, who I absolutely wanted to be when I grew up, absolutely admired this woman. I babysat her kids. They were the family. I wanted to be her someday. And after class one day, I went up to her because I was having trouble reconciling something we had learned. And it was about God being the burning bush. We were learning about when God presented himself as a burning bush. And I went up to her and I said, I can't wrap my head around this. It doesn't make sense to me. How could God be a burning bush? And she said, if you don't believe it, then you can't get confirmed. And the first words out of my mouth were, never mind, I believe it. And then I said, don't tell my parents. That's how strict and ingrained these messages are from our childhood. And I was too afraid to even question it. Well, I was brave enough to question it, but then I got shut down. And I was too afraid to go against the norm. I was 7th grade. So as you get older and you question more, it's okay. You don't worry about getting shut down and shut out. You just find the people who think the way you do. Okay, sorry, that was a side story. What is this about for Aries? Yes, wow. This is exactly what I just said. You are learning so much truth right now. You are seeing things for the way they are instead of the way you were told to see them. So you are starting a whole new truth and honesty with yourself in the way you operate in the world. And here we go, 5 of Pentacles. It's leaving you feeling very alone because you're losing people in the process. Most people are afraid of change. And most people don't want to learn a new you because it makes them uncomfortable. It makes them question their feelings, their emotions. So you're going to be in a place of solitude for some time here until you find your people. But truthfully, you have all the people you need. You have yourself, you have your spirit guides, and you have your entity. If you put faith in those 3 things and believe and trust those 3 things, they will deliver you the other energies that you're looking for in your life. And as I say a million times, easy to say, hard to do, because you're rewinding and unconditioning and reconditioning yourself against years and years and years of literally brainwashing. I don't know what else to call it. Indoctrination, is that maybe a more polite word? I don't know. Okay. Page of Cups, here we go, yes. And so now new things, pages of opportunities are coming in. You're going to be getting signs from the universe, from the entity, from your spirit guides, even from yourself, that you are on the right path. You're going to start seeing these signs and synchronicities in the world. Maybe something I said, maybe later today you hear something about a burning bush and you go, oh, heard that earlier today. Things like that will happen to show you that you're on the right path. You are not alone. You're just in process and it takes time. But things are coming in to show you that you're on the right path. And then those things will grow bigger and bigger and bigger to where you actually trust them and welcome them. You won't go, is this a sign or isn't this a sign? Victory. Wow, why is 6 of Wands here? This is going to happen faster for you than you think, Aries. You're still going to struggle. Let's call it very attractive opportunities are going to start rolling in. You're not going to quite trust them. Like I said, that's going to take time to build. So this Page of Cups is for you to look for those signs and synchronicities. With this 6 of Wands, very attractive. It's coupling with the Knight of Swords. So very attractive looking information, messages, texts, emails, phone calls, introductions, networkings are going to start coming in, and they're going to test how willing and open you are and committed you are into your education of self, into growing, into start making your own rules and regulations. So you're going to be a little stuck for a while here because you're not going to really trust it. And you don't have to. Just be open to the fact that these opportunities are coming in. And then little by little by little, you'll know, based on how you feel about the way you live in this world, you'll know what feels right and what doesn't. Whew, this is beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna go a little overboard because I took up so much time with that story. Can I get a little more information on this Page of Cups and this Knight of Swords? And see if I can get a little more specific about these things coming in for you. Let's do this Page of Cups first. Yeah. Okay. Love this. So when these signs and synchronicities start pouring in, they are in an effort to help you heal. Once you recognize them, you will recognize, okay, this was put in my path for a reason, and it's going to help you heal those old regimented ways of thinking. And in that is where you start growing your independence through that healing. I'm not saying it's going to be healing as in you were ill or mentally unstable. It's just healing the rawness of your how do I say this? As you get older and you start questioning these things, right? Because you don't question them when you're younger, but something happens where you start questioning them, and that opens like a rawness because you're challenging the old beliefs. So it cuts a layer off and opens them raw to where they're vulnerable, right? Because you don't have to jump ship on those ideologies, but you kind of want to. So there's this raw vulnerability to those where you're not sure if you can go against them or not. With these signs and synchronicities, it's going to remind you that you can put a healing layer over that. It doesn't have to be sensitive, because in that process, you are growing your independence. You're thinking for yourself. I hope that makes sense. So I don't think that's any like particular person or opportunity necessarily coming in. I think these are going to be the signs and the messages that you're going to get over the next few days that are going to really resonate with this reading. But this Knight of Swords, this is definitely an opportunity that is going to challenge you to see if you actually are going to put your money where your mouth is. Are you really open to this growth? Wow, are you kidding me? From the 9 to the 10, complete independence. But I don't know that you're going to see that. It's seeing if you're ready for this. Are you ready to handle what's coming in for you? Tell me a little more. Oh, wow. There's that Four of Pentacles again. You're very stubborn, Aries. There's a lot of ego involved here, Aries, and that's you. But that ego can serve you well, and it can destroy you. You've got a choice here. Which way is it going to be? You need to heal those insecurities from relying on these past mentalities. Because if you don't, ego mixed with insecurity is a deadly toxic trait, and you will go absolutely nowhere. But ego, in a healthy way, healthy ego, with a healed past leads to confidence. And then that you will hold on to forever. So you have a choice here. Because the King of Wands can be someone's best gift in the world, it can also be someone's worst nightmare. It all depends on ego. So if there's one lesson for you to learn before you head on this journey, check your ego at the door. That will be the only thing that holds you back. And funny enough, you're the one who fully controls that. Nobody else. Let's get 3 more cards. Watch for the signs, the communications from the entity, and just be at least curious about it. Check your ego at the door, be open-minded, and be curious about it, and you'll be surprised what's gonna come in. You have full control over this. It can go one way or the other. And the one way is to freedom and independence of thought and mind, of emotion and soul, of place in the world. And the other is getting trapped right back into the indoctrinations you were conditioned to follow. Let's dig a little deeper, see what these opportunities are that are coming, that you should be curious about, and where you are in this and how it may all unfold. We'll pull the Kipper deck to do that, because I feel like Kipper will give us a really clear understanding, and then see what the outcome is for you. You're at a crossroads, Aries. Okay, so that is the link to the extension is the first link in the description below this video. There's also a link to my Instagram and my website, as well as booking instructions if you'd like to book a private reading. So catch me in any of those places. I will see you at the extension. If not, I'll catch you back here next time. Good luck with this, Aries. Ciao, ciao for now.